Yusu, Chablo Yanta, the Saba boy, Saba Yoga. Le club Bamondi, on va pas où est le loin. Le vocalo est à Bobé, nous n'y voyons pas, filo le Kéra, pour pas son compte à mon père. Je suis Chablo dans son. Comme un way, moi, si un loin, le bon nez de Gassia, comme un way, elle a ses volets la trouve sur la nounouela. Pas au niveau son mon nom sur ta mon père, au roi de wa. La Luki, pas au niveau son mon nom sur ta mon père, au clo. Anne a pris à Sogo à Baïra, pour nous faire du cielo, la Tiawe, c'est l'eau, et beau bien, non. Yabere klalo ese dre yokonwo Owa ko isi abole la tuwo suwa nuni wele Ipomo suwa ke no ko divoa we mona da filo sonwe ye Tamo bien do mo igbe o so wa jeje o mama Ko ne ko mewe anu ese abole la tuwo suwa nuni wele Mojo si awe pa yokon wa nu trouble de Jamuri pote wa o loyo Juju pote wa o Yon duwa, papa we demo. Bona se bole la tuwa so we nu ni wela. Wela nyoma koma si mu e ma go ri man ju so la ne ma yon we. Mo je de la yon ba o, mo so na yo, mo je dia ma yon ba. Na mo wa uru o. Mo je che ada yon ba, na mo so na yo. Wela ju ru awa o. Ya lu ki pote wa o. Mu en lui qui pote wa o Atati pote wa o Ora nyobo kwa we de mo Ona te gole la tu wa so we nu ni wele Nigba so en so ko ta mu pe o To di ke fe ma de So wi gelo Bebe kari le se asko du so awlo bandi La fino Ase idawe ma E de odi Là, c'était venu. C'est de Côte d'Ivoire. Moi, ouais. Mon bon corps est de loin. On était pour la tout à tout à l'union. La division est loyale tout à mon père. Y'a mon pote là, Péri du pote là. Il m'a y a moins sogo, il m'a dit. Pourquoi est de loin? Comment est l'amour? Pourquoi est de loin? C'est nous. Moye nyamuo njeblo yonju we baka nenje oda je nyombo mono nenje oda we akmoye nyamu mombo ko we de nso we akmoye nyamuo
je rappelle que non José que wanu lo yondei Yusu et Chablo del filo de Kela le mitan en podei mo dudu e mo popo yabi de Rosette ne
Bonita
Ah, Julie Théa. Papa Morel.
Good evening, folks. Samson told Labra Public Radio is sitting here again tonight for Mr. So, who hopefully will be joining us very shortly, and the conversation will be very, very beautiful tonight. I want to thank all of you again, those of you that are trooping in here tonight. I didn't say truck in, I said troop in. So if you can just do us a favor here by just clicking the share button, if you can imagine all 48 of you were to share to all of your relatives and the relatives share and so on and so on and so on. Thank you, thank you, thank you, my brothers and sisters. Please just share this video, share it to as many. So that's how come we have more people to come into tune to us. And with your help, we're gonna have a lot of people. Hopefully, will be tuning in again tonight. So share this here, share it to as many people as possible. We got a lot of things to cover here tonight. Some important issues about the Republic of Liberia. We have to cover that here tonight, and we'll be responsible. Will be responsible. We will be completely truthful. We will be tabatak too, but we'll be responsible. Even our tabata. I want to thank all of you again. Safety, Lord Jesus. We want to thank you again this evening. We want to thank you for everything that you've done for us and you continue to do. My Lord, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We ask for long life, my Lord. We ask to say thank you tonight again for things yet to come. Thank you, my Lord. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity that you're giving us. Thank you for the strength that you're giving us. Because of you, we are here, my Lord. Thank you. Thank you. We just want to thank you here tonight. My Lord, we're here again to talk about the Republic of Liberia. We ask that the people of the Republic of Liberia be blessed, that the Republic of Liberia itself be blessed. The President of the Republic of Liberia, President Joseph Baka, be blessed. Give him long life. Whatever he touches, bless his hand in the interest of the Liberian people. Whichever door he knocks, open it in the interest of the Liberian people. My Lord, give him wisdom to do what is good for our people. You brought President Baka this far, stay with him. Give him strength. Give him wisdom. We ask that the Republic of Liberia once again, my Lord, be blessed so humanly. We pray. Again, my Lord, we ask that the host country, the United States of America, be blessed. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Okay, guys, let's go ahead. Let's start. Oh, I didn't send a link out yet. Okay. They'll be on their own. Huh? Let me send a link, folks. Just give me a minute here. Just give me a minute. Here. We ask that you give us a minute. Now, here we go again. I don't know what kind of stuff that got this few times. Just giving me a lot of issues. Lots and lots of issues. Now, what kind of business is here, my friend? That ain't where it's supposed to be. All right, okay. Well, Mr. So, if you're listening, you're able to share. When he can, you will share with you guys. When he can, he will share with you because I just can't get in yet right now. What's my stuff? I can't get in right now. I don't know why. I really don't know why. Give me a minute. Let me see. Just give me a minute, guys. Let's see what we can do here. Yeah. Okay, let's see here now. Okay, let me see if I can get because for some reason somebody not somebody not uh, again. Just give me a minute here. Give me a minute. Okay. All right, we're getting on. We're getting on. I hope, I hope, I hope, I hope, I hope.
Channel Cote d'Ivoire, where one of the videos somewhere here. Come on, then, no more. Mama. Come away, and I say, go let us to us when only weather. What just away by your coin, we are no trouble there. Jamoni Potter, oh, you to Potter, oh, one who lion do it, but power them all. One I say, go let us to us when only weather. Well, I know my promise, and my God reminds you so that they might know it. What you tell I know. Monje jama inongba na mo wa uruwo monje che ada inongba na mo so ina yo pela juru awa o ya luigi pote wa o pela nyo ma jagbo mu luigi pote wa o atati pote wa o ala nyo mo pa we de mo ona te gbo le la tu wa so we nu ni wera nígbà so en so go ta mu fe o Made, sorry, girl. Baby, carry. Let's go.
Oh, I give up. I give up. I give up. I give up. I'm not able to share the link, Mr. So. Before you come in, if you can share the link, we'll appreciate it. I'm just not able to do that tonight. I don't know what happened here. I don't know what happened. Okay. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. I want to thank all of you. Please just share this video to as many people as possible. If you can share that video, we will really, really do appreciate it. Please share the video. Share it to as many brothers and sisters as you can. Just share the video for us. Share it to many people here. Okay. Okay. Thank you for tuning in tonight. We appreciate it. Okay, so let's go ahead. For some reason, I'm not getting a lot of things on here tonight. Maybe because I'm sitting for, you know, so maybe that's why. Yeah, but so what? Who cares? But anyway, let's go on. Let's go on, folks. I know many of you, this is going to be the hot topic here for the night. Moses, thank you for joining us. This is going to be the hot topic here. The analyst, Terry, I'm sorry, you know, I always share this thing here. But for some reason, I'm not able to get into my email tonight for some reason. So they want to take it, they can have it as well. Mr. So will be coming in. I'm hoping that Mr. So is listening, and hopefully he will be able to share as well. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Thank you all for joining. So you guys know the subject matter I'm going to start with here tonight. Okay. Now, before I start this subject matter here, this is what I consider to be a responsible government. All that tabata they've been writing all day, everything they read to politicize it. When they were leading, that CDC are talking about who you think are talking to? Man, bigger man. That CDC are talking when they were in power, they were not responsible government. They were unable to respond to people's crisis. They were unable to do what is right. CDC, I'm talking about. Now the good government, see the responsible government, they can't something allegedly written by Jefferson Kochi. Talking about say the people are lying on him now on this government, on President Wakai and Vice President Kuhn. The whole country has been sanctioned. Yeah, you see that? And that was you when you're taught lie like that because you people were in government, you were irresponsible. You were not responsible. You were not responding to the people's needs. That why they kick you out. And you want to come back with lie. It's not going to happen. When we're talking about responsible government, my people, this is what you have. And there's one person. This person been the outstanding member of this government. If we have like 15 or 16 of her type, President Baka doesn't even need to say President Baka just need to put his head behind her and lay down somewhere on the on having some fiesta somewhere. Because this lady, she's the leader. My people, this lady, and I like the way she's behaving. The foreign minister, Sarah Beto, the way she carry on with the Liberian government. This is what we mean by responsible leaders. I wish the lady would seek the presidency after President Baka leaves. I hope that she will challenge whoever is there because she's quite responsible, my people. There's no, she didn't say I'm going to I'm going to information ministry. They decided to put a press release out immediately to engage these lies, fabricated lies coming from CDC and the rest of the people. What kind of business is this? What kind of business is this? Eh? If you guys are unable to produce when you were in charge, when you were whatever you were, you didn't have the responsibility to be responsible for the people that you said you were leading. You're the everyday fiesta in a what is it, Jamaica Resort or Jamaica Overruns, whatever you call it. This government, under President Bakai, responsibility number one. He's always at the top of everything. Look at this kinds of stuff. Liberian stomach Marseille today, I got plenty of children in America already. But yes, still my stomach was running when I heard that today. I'm planning to go home. Hey, what happened here? The president of the United States of the Republic of the United States of America. A few weeks ago, Liberia and Ghana were outside of that preview of I call it visa ban, whatever you want to call it. And then Liberia was added on early this morning. I went to work. And the Congolese guy that I always work with came in. He said, "Oh, in America, U.S. have Congolese president here recently. So we on the list now." I said, "What do you mean that?" He said, "Oh, we on the list." So he started saying, "Oh, Ghana." I said, "Hey, Ghana on the list, then we're on the list. Let's look at it." He looked at it very early this morning. I looked at Liberia on the list. What? My goodness, what have we done? I started racking my brain. Why now? Why this? Why? Then immediately, I'm a human being like another person. The very first person legs and foot and body that I grabbed was Honorable Louis Brown. I said that kind of statement Honorable Louis Brown made. That was President Trump got vest and put Liberia on. And the foreign minister said, "Hold on now, Mr. Toll. I tell you, you're supposed to be, even though you got your GED, but I tell you, you're supposed to know better than that. Hold on. Have you heard from us? Those of us that are representing you in the foreign service, have you heard from us? Have you heard from us? Have we told you that it because of Ambassador Louis Brown's statement? But have we told you that?" I said, "No." Then she said, "But why are you rushing it for now?" I said, "Okay, maybe something coming." Then, late this afternoon, we got this. And let me share. This is what I mean by responsible government. Not irresponsible past government. Responsible government. You stay ahead of things. CDC, you got problem. Your how do you call it, propaganda not going to work. Because these people, as soon as you start wanting, boom, they hit it right back at you. See, earlier today, Jefferson Koji, according to allegedly wrote something and said, "Oh, the people they know are strong. Yeah. My people, you can't say something, but look at them now, honor their government. The entire Republic of Liberia has been sanctioned. These are the people you all want to come by. Come by where? You people are irresponsible in governing. Come by where? Come by where? To pull a back, we ain't got another President Baka waiting on the line. We ain't got that kind of person. You all come by where? Where? So you'll put her back in the hole. Eh? And then you expect us to sit down here and say, "Yeah, if we go." Like I said, I'm not taking you guys for granted. Something was written today, allegedly because I wasn't there when it was written. allegedly by Jefferson Kochi, and we don't know. And we don't know. The responsible government is in charge. We will not give your light to see. No light will not get your light. What kind of business is this? Let me put this up and y'all read with me, my people. Y'all read with me on this thing here. Okay? Y'all let's read together. Eh? Y'all read with me in this thing on this thing here. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. It says Liberia assures citizens as U.S. temporarily halt issuance of immigrant visa. But let's go a little bit deeper. This is what I mean. The minister herself, a picture up here. She not punting the ball to information ministry. What's his name again? Yada para whatever his name is to come and talk tabata. The woman herself said, I'm going to talk about it. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Liberia has provided clarification. Leadership, my people, leadership. They're not irresponsible leaders. Clarification following the decision by the government of the United States of America to place an indefinite pause on the issuance of certain immigrant visa affecting nationals of 75 countries, including Liberia. CDC making it like this, like to say, you know, they're Liberia. They just make it say, oh, Liberia being punished or under President. They like this false equivalency. They like things to be equal. We did it, they're doing it. It's just, where? Man, you move from here, man. That's all I can say to you. That's all I can say to you. What kind of business? Eh? CDC, you're here making noise. Eh? On a president, but then, well, allegedly written by Jefferson Kochi. The people say I did this, they pray for me to go down. I can't go down, blah, blah, blah. But look at it. Then at the end, he said, according to honor this president, honor the vice president, the entire republic has been sanctioned. I want to hear reading with comprehension. Who talk about sanction? But then again, a responsible government, former government officials, because they have no intent to be responsible in their governing process, they will just make any kind of ridiculous statement. Let's go ahead and read it. Oh, I love this lady. I love this lady. You think maybe we got a kind of lady you're coming by? Where you're coming by here? Where you're coming by? You think people are going to be shut up? So the ministry stated that the measure is scheduled to take effect on January 21st. 2026, and is linked to an ongoing review of the United States visa scheme and vetting procedures under the public charge rule. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Eh? You see something and you want to can't start dancing? What's wrong with you? Your thing will let you do like I said, I told you before. CDC. I'm not one of those who say, oh, don't listen to them, and they don't know. I will listen to you. And I'm not taking you for granted. I will take you for who you are. With you where you are. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. So, okay, that's America. The American government have a policy to review. It's a new government. They want to review because you know Trump and his immigration issue. According to the ministry, the action announced by the U.S. authority apply exclusively. Responsible government, my people. They know what word to use there. Oh, the government is too sweet, man. Oh, just like my government is too sweet, man. They know, the lady know exactly what words to use. Even people way in the total, in the village of the total, they know when they say exclusively. Okay. To immigrant visa categories and does not extend to non-immigrant visa. The ministry emphasized that visa issues for tourism, business, education, exchange program, and other temporary purposes continue to be processed normally, while other existing valid visa remain in effect and have not been revoked. I can't write Tabata. Let me put myself also. You put myself that face to face here tonight. What kind of business is it? Eh? Eh? Thank you. Thank you. Tonight, CDC must said that we photo. Photo. I told you the last time. I said, we people, you don't take them for granted. If they go in a rabbit hole, we follow them and we have to expose them. Anyway, there's something I've written allegedly by Jefferson Kochi complaining, oh, the people lie on me, the people sanction me. Now, under the president, under the vice president, the entire country has been sanctioned. Usually, if the CDC government will not say anything, a responsible government will not say nothing. But this responsible government say, look at the people. The minister, she said, I'm not even doing, let the minister information. The other guy, whatever his name is, and can't talk about that. She said, I myself will explain it to the Liberian people. What kind of business is this? What kind of business is this? Then I said, I say, you're coming by. Coming by where? Coming by where? Man, I beg you, man. So let's go ahead. Just stay with me. Let's read on. Let's read on. Let's read on. I'm reading from Front Page Africa, by the way. So, okay, let's read on. The minister explained, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Republic of Liberia now, that's what I'm making reference to. The minister explained that the pause effect only visa that grant permanent resident status in the United States, commonly known as green card. These include family-based visa, employment-based visa, the diversity visa program, and other immigrant classification. So they were specific. But you think CDC can't tell you the truth? You think CDC people can't tell you the truth? No. Because if they tell you the truth, they will be defeated. They come and blame everything. According to Jefferson Kochi, allegedly now, what he wrote, that on this president and on President, Vice President Kuhn, the entire Republic of Liberia has been sanctioned. Y'all go look it up. Y'all go look it up. Maybe somebody wrote it and put a knee on there. Why would he do that? Why would he do that? Eh? Why would he do that? Because he did that because he felt within himself that nobody gonna challenge it. Mr. So, thank you that you're sure you want me to shout out, you want to take it over, that fine. But if you don't mind, let me finish my reading. If you don't mind, that you're sure what you want, that what we will do here today. You understand? I'm finding over anything. You want me to continue reading or you want to take over and do what you want to do? I can't hear you. You're muted. I can't hear you. That you can't make flower that you're anxious to talk and you muted. What you want to do? You want me to shout out so you can take over your show or what?
Go ahead. I'm not here to fight you tonight. Please.
Okay, thank you. So thank you, Mr. So, for giving me the opportunity to continue to dislodge CDC out of the position they find themselves in and to help them tonight to be responsible people. Thank you for that.
What is it to dislodge who?
Dislodge CDC of their position where they think they have legs over us, over the Liberian people. Well, let me finish reading now. I'll explain to you, if you don't mind, sir. My hand in the leopard ma. I want to talk about that when he said, no, don't talk again, I will shut up. My people, so I got to call him sir. He's the boss here tonight. Okay, I beg you, just bear with me. Chief Executive CEO, we want to read. I beg you, man. Let me read small, okay? Thank you. When your hand in leopard ma, you don't talk plenty. So, anyhow, the ministry stressed, after the ministry is telling you now, who were affected, the people who were affected. Let me read that again. The minister explained that the pause affects only visa that grant permanent residency status in the United States, commonly known as green card. Those include family-based visa, employment-based visa, diversity visa program, and other immigrant classification. Specific. The United States government was specific in that. But you think the people tell us? No. The minister stressed that the decision should not be interpreted as visa ban against Liberian citizens. Noting that access to non-immigrant travel remains unchanged. Acknowledge the potential concern of Liberians seeking permanent residence in the United States. Now, let me show you again how responsible the government is. The government of the Republic of Liberia has assured the public that it is engaged. It is engaging U.S. authority through diplomatic channel. They're not coming here to come talk tabata. The ministry disclosed that efforts are on the way to gain clear information on the scope and duration of the pause, while also advocating for fair and transparent consideration of the Liberian applicant who may be affected. That's how responsible government behaves. Okay, well, more done. The minister further confirmed that the immigrant visa interview are continuing without disruption, and that only the issuing of the approved immigrant visa has been temporarily paused, pending the release of new policy guidelines by the United States government. It notes that this distinction is critical to addressing misinformation, preventing unnecessary anxiety among the applicant. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs has urged the public to rely on official communication from credible government sources for accurate updates. It is reassured Liberians that non-immigrant travel for tourism, study, and business purposes remain open, and that holders of visa of valid United States visa may continue to travel in accordance with U.S. immigration law and regulation. Now, my people, oh, the CEO gone. Now, my people, all the things I read here to you. Where your source, they say Liberia unsanctioned. The Tabata rating reported allegedly by Jefferson Kochi. Where did you hear that Liberia unsanctioned? These are the kinds of things they will try to do, and they think that they're going to come by where we will not. And for me, I told you, I'm not going to discard your statement. I'm not going to tell them, say, oh, they're nothing. No. I take them for who they are. I'm taking them serious, and we will meet anywhere we find them. Immigrant visa, they talking about, say, Liberian sanction. CEO, good evening, Chief. Thank you for joining us tonight. You may have your show, please. Go ahead. Let's hear from you. You may have your show. Yeah. You're muted. Yeah. Let me get to plenty today.
I had a microphone off. I mean, I'm not here to take over. I'm not here to fight tonight. You know, I'm still in the recovery process.
And I'm enjoying that.
So I think you're really going to have a birthday celebration.
Oh, I'm going to tonight. Here we go. Drink some water. Drink some water.
I'm okay.
Okay.
I said it now, so I just have to kind of exercise. My only disappointment, I don't know why you all flipping up and getting to be so. Your job here, when this information comes, if there's a misinterpretation out there, is to put yourself in a good shell and explain, and tell people you're understanding the government's position. This is not. It's a national issue. It's not Unity Party, it's not CDC, it's not ANC, it's not CMC issue. Assuming it was a sanctions or some sort of restrictions, all of us, this is not just government alone. Directly, indirectly, all of us, it does have an impact. But your divisiveness on this network and approach to issue is becoming glaring. And I think you have to change. This is 2026, for God's sake. This is not a CDC, ANC, or ALP affair. And we know this guy, and action by the U.S. government that will tend to, on the government, not the government. Normally when these things come, they're big boys, they're big dogs, they don't really feel the pain. You and myself, the ordinary people, they are the ones. So I don't know where you're coming from, and you're just going like a wild geese this evening, breathing and drinking water and all of that, like somebody coming from, in a how they call it, say, fitness room, which is not the case. So let's take it easy.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. So. My point here is this. I was going to have it, and I'm still going to be discussing it from a civil position.
I think probably what I need to do, what you need to do is to send your request to management if you
For what?
want to have
For what?
uh, boycott evening on
For what?
LPR. That
For what?
is, if you want to,
I'm going to
if
say,
you,
I'm
hold on one
talking about
second.
the country,
If
the
you,
president
hold
of the
on
people
one
of
second. Hold on. If you want to have a specific show boycott evening on LPR with Samson Toe, that would be good. Because what you need to understand, we have the voice listening audience.
Can you share the stuff? My I wasn't able to access my how do you call it? I wasn't able to access my email. Can you share, please?
Share with who? Share
Share
what?
share the show with the panelists because I didn't share anything. Can you please share it because
Because
I was
thing with the mind of Jeff Fossing this Wednesday evening. So
Mr. So the little brother.
I grant you, I said you wasn't coming on, you were finding it difficult. Yes, I was sick, but for the good of the country, I provided you the technical help, and you came. You just audience who just come
Who
to
saw
get
you? Who saw you? Who saw you? Who saw you providing technical help for me? Who saw you?
You see. So yeah, is the deal. I don't want to get into a fight tonight. I'm still now.
You have no strength. You have no strength. You can't fight right now.
Yeah,
But
so
let me.
I want to share it. I want to share it.
Yeah.
Look, LPR is very inclusive of everybody.
Yeah, we are. We are.
You and Terry, I say LPR is include everybody. Everybody. We are not, except you and your Revin, are doing everything possible here to turn the wheel of this network. And for that, if I'm sick, I have to get out of my sick bed because
Hey,
other than
whatever. Welcome. We'll pray
you
that
guys,
you. But let me say this. Let me say this. When you have article, they say you're from Chen District now.
you say what?
It is like Total versus Chen District.
All right. So Terry Moses and the other folks, the link is out there. Let me see. Oh, I think Denise. Okay.
Well, I'm still running the show, right?
You still don't.
And I
But
have the choice
let me just tell you now.
now.
You are not going to take advantage of me not being well to start with your gibberish, and you think I'm going to sit down. So
No, but I have the choice. I have the choice to see who I take to answer.
you're running it, but I am the force behind it. So I have the right. I have the right.
Look at like bro, man. He already finished naming my show. Nightline with Samson Toe and President Waka. No,
I have the right way to intercept when you're going off track and bring you to baseline.
no. It's your show. You want to run it, you run it. But if you turn it over to me, then you have already everything.
I'm giving you an option. We always give option. I say you can run it. I appreciate it because I'm a running error. I'm not well. You can sit in. However, in my presence, I would not allow you to just drain.
When we get to that bridge, we'll cross it. But let me make my point. Thank you, Mr. Tommy. So thank you for joining us here tonight. All of you, we'll see. Labra man, we say thank all of you for tuning in. We appreciate it. The point that I'm making on a very serious note, there were people all over the internet tonight.
Who are the people?
One is former Mayor Jefferson Kochi.
So
hold on. Let me make my point. They were talking that because this government is unable to govern according to them, I'm paraphrasing some of them now, that the Liberian people were being sanctioned on this government, which is not the case. And I'm saying because they were irresponsible former governments, government, CDC government, they were irresponsible in their discharge of their governmental duty. They were unable to govern properly, and so we kicked them out. Now they want to say they're coming back. That's fine, but don't play politics with it. And I'm just trying to simply tell you that the Minister of Foreign Affairs, she didn't sit back. She decided to respond immediately. This is what we call leadership, good leadership, responsible leadership. Where if Liberians are going through trauma, you come and ease the pain of the Liberian people. That's what she did tonight. And that's my excitement. And all Liberians should be excited, and all Liberians should be grateful to President Baka for selecting certain group of the cabinet who are able to carry. And we all should be thankful to President Baka for the leadership, Mr. So. I am not here to miss word. You want to sanction me, you can do that. But I'm just saying to you tonight that this president, this government, they have shown some serious leadership, right?
So you miserably missed the mark. Is the country being sanctioned, the government?
No.
So what is your bone of contention?
Because somebody said it from CDC high. I just told you, Jefferson Kochi. According to
why do you think, whatever the case is all party does that? If we're a unity party, they will still.
Well, we will not take them for granted.
Yeah,
we will not take them for granted. They respond like that. We will tell them to go back into their shell and wait 2029. The government, the responsible government, is running the government. We don't need to have some sort of a second leg of money quarterback government on any waiting. That's not what we have.
You sounding very bitter this evening. This is unbelievable. I believe there are some development initiated ongoing. There are some other things the government has embarked on. I would suggest, as a strong supporter of this government, this is where you want to direct your attention to talk about it. But you're just feeding the bite of the people. That's exactly what you're doing.
Mr. So,
and I wouldn't be surprised when even another person starts expressing their opinion, their interpretation, you will get into a fight with them. Is that what you're supposed to be doing as a host?
No, Mr. So, the point here tonight that I'm making.
There's no point. You're not making no point.
Well, according to you, because I mean, you need to go straight to the rest yourself. According to you,
you can't be doing this. You can't be doing this.
What do you mean I can't be doing it?
You can't be doing this.
Why can I? I'm simply telling you how responsible this government is. Liberians were traumatized. Hold on. Let me make
hold on. You're trying to get me out of my shell.
You want to run your show? Run your show.
No, I'm not running it.
If you're not going to run the show, then I'm going to. If you're not going to run the show, if I'm running, then I'm going to sanction you.
No, you can. I told you, I'm here. You just like a Santa Claus. You just here like a be member, but you not have all of the authority. But the thing I'm telling you is good, and this is what governments should be doing. The work of a government is to always restore hope in the people. I don't care how tough.
I rest my case. Since you agree with me,
this is what I always speak on. This is who I am. This is what I represent on this network. When it's good, I say it. When it is bad, I say it. It's good for government to be spontaneous.
What she did, you agree with me that what she did was excellent leadership, responsible leadership. Will you agree with me on that?
She's doing her job. That's her job.
No. Let's go further than that.
No. I'm not going to go.
We have had other foreign.
Where you are going? Hold on one second. I told you're sitting in, but I'm controlling the vessel. Now, she is the chief diplomat of the country.
Okay.
Now, more or less, this is diplomat to diplomat, foreign ministry.
Exactly what she said.
You came with the ministry of the State Department, all of that. Right. Either she can do it or the Minister of Information. But what I'm saying, she's doing her job. That's how it should be.
Why can't we praise her if she does her job well?
Praise to say what?
To say
for what she was hired for?
It doesn't matter.
It is a competence, I believe, the president saw in her, and that was given to us.
Let's also
if there comes something. What?
Let us be grateful to President Baka for making that kind of.
I don't have to be grateful.
Why not?
I don't have to be grateful.
Why not?
He is the president. He must be able to select people that can.
He did. And I think we need to express our gratitude to the president and to the foreign minister for Mr. So look, calm down. The thing here is this. I've seen other government, irresponsible government, that were not able to respond to the needs of the people. In this situation, Liberian abroad and even back home were very anxious and somewhat traumatized by this news today. I was
I
at
have
work.
to, I have
Mr.
to
Smoke,
go.
get up
I
and
have to hold on. Because what you're doing here tonight is you are just creating more confusion than
What's
better
the confusion?
understanding.
Where's the
Yeah,
confusion?
because you're getting back, you're bringing flashback to people.
Yeah,
Read what you understand. We
I
have to
just
go
did.
to what the State Department says and all of the
I
detail.
just did. I
I
just
am
did.
just only telling you the position, the clarity, or the statement coming from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs
Mm.
is good.
Okay.
The job
But you
of
have to go better. You got to go. I'm asking you to go further than that. Not just good.
go further than that to say what?
Excellent.
Well,
Excellent job.
you have your choice of voice. I have
Okay, so
mine.
I
So,
will
you,
use mine. I will use
so
mine.
let me just make my point.
Okay.
I am saying we always need to have a government that will be spontaneous in good and bad time, that will mount the podium, that will speak to the Liberian people. Yes, we are in a difficult times, but we can tell you the government is doing everything possible here. How we got to this point, is that something you, how we got here? Yesterday we had a president who was speaking, who the president was saying, you speak good English. Where did you go to school?
So we're not gonna go there. That's one of the things I'm trying to tell you right now. We're not gonna visit that kind of stuff. We're done with those things. Speaking good English, what do you think this is Mr. So you're not gonna come out here and try to drag something else on out of this. We're done with that stuff. All I'm saying is we should be grateful. We should be grateful.
Are you not proud to have a president that speaks good English?
I know exactly where you're going. I know exactly where you're going with that. What good English got to do with what we're talking about? The president selected a young lady that has leadership capacity to move the country forward, and she has demonstrated that.
I understand. I
mean,
understand.
no, you don't understand. Well, let me.
Why we should be proud among 5 world leaders? Our president was picked by the certain current president. Where did you go to school? You speak better English.
What that got to do with what
what that got to do? We're making connection from where we came from to where we are.
What good speaking good English? What that got to do with what we're talking about?
Why are you afraid to talk? Why are you afraid to talk about
you're
that?
Trying to drag something in here that I know is not coming from you. We're not going to go anywhere. So let me make my point. And you can come out with your ridiculous good English and what have you. But let me make my point. The point overall, Moses, good evening. Thank you for joining us. The point over, Moses, I'm running the show tonight, by the way. Even though I say show, but I'm running the show, by the way. So the point here,
you are the moderator, but the authority is with me. I can intercept anytime. I can jump in anytime to make my point.
I thought you say you were leaving. I thought you say you were leaving to go drink some water.
No, I'm okay. I got a glass. I got everything here.
So you were just okay. All right. Well, whatever. But anyway, I'll make my point. The point here before I go to Mr. Segway here to join us, who's just joining us. Rescue 1, Rescue 2 is calling. Rescue 1, Rescue 2 is calling. Rescue 1 is calling. Mr. So these are cold words. Please stay out of it. Let me just say this. The president, in his wisdom, selected a lady to lead us in the foreign affair.
This old man is
this lady. When the news came today, remember a few weeks ago, Liberia and Ghana and a few other countries were left out. When the news came today, when the news broke today that Liberia has been put on this list, Liberians everywhere, specifically United States and back home, were very anxious, were traumatized. I will go that far. And this foreign minister didn't even punt the ball to another ministry to say information ministry. She decided to take the role of a leader and to ease the pains of Liberians by coming out and making a statement and clarifying some of the confusion that was happening among the community. This, my point of excitement here tonight. And yes, Mr. Scott, please let me finish. Mr. Scott, I gotta finish.
Listen. Enough is enough. I think
let me finish.
We are getting to the boiling point where I will have
what boiling point? Let me finish my boiling point. You're supposed to be taking some Tylenol anyway. So if you boiling point that and I on that on you, I will make my point. So the excitement for me tonight, Oh, yes, I'm excited. Is to say
Wow.
to the Liberian people and all of the people that are watching the Libra tonight that this government is responsible. In fact, this government, we should be grateful because they are seeking and they are speaking to the needs of many, many Liberians that were completely confused this evening, this morning, this afternoon. But with her coming up, making some serious clarification, now we know where this whole thing is going. And in fact, she told us also that this is temporary. That's how you ease the pain of your community. This is how you take leadership. This is how you provide leadership in any capacity. And this, we didn't see it in a booga dancing government, Mr. So that is my point.
Well, what is why are people quick to forget?
What
Also, we saw recently
yeah,
when all Liberians were freaking out
about
about an unknown bidding that from no land were planted in.
oh, here we go. Here we go. For that project coming out again. We finished with that topic a long time ago. Mose, good evening. Thank you for joining us. You're muted. Somehow we can't hear you. We can't hear you, Mose. We still can't hear you. You gotta go out and come back in.
Maybe he come and talk about that too, so that why he is there going so all the other thing. So I'm finding it very difficult now to really know who you are and what you really represent. People doing their job, and you want us now for us to just
for
move
6
in our
years.
way.
For 6 years, people were doing their job and they didn't produce nothing. For 6
For
years.
what?
6 years. The only thing that we can get them credit for is the peace, maintaining the peace of the Republic of Liberia. That's
So then what happens at the end of the day?
Oh, okay. I think I'm in now.
And what they
Can
we
you hear
kicked
me
them
now?
out. Yeah, we kicked them out because they were not able to perform.
That's what you get if you don't do your job. Then you've been replaced.
But these people are doing their job. We need to recognize it. When these people are doing their job, we need to recognize and be appreciative of them working and doing things for the Liberian people. Mr. So, I'm not going to bite my tongue on it. I'm not taking any prisoner on it. And there's no kumbaya on here. I say we should be grateful to this president. We should be very grateful to the foreign minister to be able to take leadership. That's the whole point that I'm making. They don't know me. I don't know them.
So what are we talking about? What happened with the foreign minister?
I don't understand.
You're late. You're way behind time.
What did she do?
Who did what? The foreign
What
minister?
did she say? Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'll take the time to explain to you. I'll take a good evening, Terry. Terry, thank you for joining me. Rescue 2 is here.
So you calling for backup?
Backup?
This is
Rescue 2, Rescue 1 is calling 10-4. That one you all here tonight?
Tempo, Rescue 2 show up.
But before Moses come in,
I just want to know what this is all about.
Let me explain to Moses. Mr. So, let me explain to Moses. So earlier today, Liberia and many other countries all over the world were placed on a visa ban by
What kind of visa?
Well, according to the foreign minister, immigrant visa, and other family-based visa. So Liberia were placed on the ban, and so many people were writing, including some members from the former ruling party, that they in fact, according to allegedly written document by Jefferson Koji, that the entire country has been sanctioned on this president and on this vice president. And my position was, when I read it this afternoon, I was okay. Well, maybe CDC got something on us, but the foreign minister, she came back this afternoon and gave us some clarity of exactly what was happening in with this statement from the government of America, U.S. government, to say this is what they meant, and she eased the pain of many Liberians for the clarification that she gave. And so I'm saying here that she And this government is a responsible government. That this is how you show leadership when your people are being affected emotionally. You step in and ease the pain, which they have done. And I'm saying to be more ridiculous on this subject matter, that we need to be grateful, and we should be grateful, and we say, I am grateful on behalf of the Liberian people to this president and the foreign minister. That
So
is
that Jefferson Koji then that write something that influence the foreign minister to respond.
no.
People that Jefferson Koji then.
No, she responded. She
That's
responded. So
Are you serious?
don't take like you're not gonna play that
Are
kind
you
of.
serious?
She responded because that was her job.
no,
and she
no,
did
no,
her
no,
job.
no,
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 it's
no,
not her job.
no, no. Okay, you know
job.
what? In order to get this
You
program,
will not dislodge me. Let me bring in Terry. Let us try your own about that. Let me bring it up.
listen. Hold on.
In our area
So
that
you're
get.
not bringing me in?
Let me bring in Terry.
Moses,
So you're not bringing me in?
Moses.
We want to Terry now.
No, hold on. The owner of the vessel is taking charge, okay? This is Wednesday. Thank you for sitting in for the last 20 minutes. We have to
All
maintain.
things considered.
Yeah, we have to
You're
maintain
going to run your show now?
I want to thank you so much, Liberal, for sitting in for the last 20.
No, but how would do it? You told me from the beginning that
Terry,
I was in
welcome.
charge for the night. You told me I was in charge for the night.
Terry,
Liberty,
please pray for us. Oh.
your time is over for sitting in. I'm here. I'm much more sunny weather. We have to maintain sanity.
Okay, don't drink water. If you drink water, that means I will take.
None of your business. What I drink, Pound one say, is not you drinking juice. I can drink water. But look, Moses, here is the thing here.
Oh my God.
What you said. I have to do the other than that will not get anywhere here because this
my
guy,
God.
whatever really old man, something is not going, something unusual is happening.
He's getting old. He's getting old.
He's not even getting, he is already, and he's trying to force himself. I mean, I like the response of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Me, as a Liberian, I'm not happy. I do not want my country to be sanctioned. I do not want to. If people are to be something, let them people who does to run. Those are the people should be affected, not because of other people, 1 or 2 person business. Even though it's always like that, but we say it was a good thing, and that's how government, responsible government, should conduct herself. If there's a good or bad, we should know the public will go nuts. It is the job of the government, spokesperson of the government or senior official to come and do the damage control. But as it being kind of like wine with the Liberal now, we should be grateful. We should be do this because Jefferson Koji said this. What do you expect?
Woo.
Opposition, he have to say something. But Moses, I don't know whether you have read the story there, but there are a lot of things happening. And what I was just only telling him, if I were him, I would pivot on some of the good things that he thinks the government is doing to be his talking point. Then to start going to Jefferson Koji, Joy Weir, and all of that. You are in charge of the country. We are looking up to you for leadership. And you must provide that leadership.
I don't know these people. They don't know me. I'm not representing them.
You say you don't. The other day, Prince Sherry told us exactly your relationship with these people here. So I don't even want to go there.
I know, right?
Yeah. The question becomes how we got to this point. A couple of months ago, we were, there was a warm reception. How this sort of pause and not being paused, temporary suspensions, all of that. What is happening? Is there any correlation with what is going on from the Venezuela land, the speakings of the minister, by the UN ambassador here? This guy, the man here is a freak of the social media. There are a lot of things going on here. Those are the things that we need to see whether this thing going to escalate. We do not want it to escalate because Trump, you know him today, you don't know him tomorrow. How we got to this point? How things change so quick, so fast from being a good English speaker, where you went to school with 5 war leaders, and we were chosen as the best. How we got to this point now for things to pause? That's what my concern. I am not thinking about what this guy thinking, what Jefferson Koji say, what this person say. No, I want a country to move forward.
Well, my only reaction, because I saw the article this morning and I read it. I didn't even think that the minister responded or someone from the government of Liberia responded. I seen other government. I don't know if anybody has responded to it.
But the
The
government was not
president.
responding to
Wait
Jefferson
a minute
Koji.
now.
No, but you
Wait a
can't
minute.
connect both of them
You're
together.
not
They are not
listening.
connected.
We're not fighting, sir. Let me just say my opinion.
I will
Let me
put
just
you
say
in.
my
You
opinion.
can't interrupt.
Your opinion is not going anywhere good because you can't
Well,
connect Jefferson Koji
no,
with
no,
the
no, no,
response.
no. You
The
see,
foreign
for
ministry,
some of us,
but you
for
can't
some
connect
of
both of them.
us,
The
for
foreign
some of us,
ministry comment, the foreign
now
ministry
what's the
comment
direct?
is different
Listen,
from Jefferson. How are you going to
Libra,
connect both of them?
Libra.
Come in 1 second, Moses. Libra, this is not, we're not in Jometa market, okay?
We're not in total either.
Having national, we're not in total under the pound 1 3. All right? So we are having the national conversations. Each and every one here has an equal right to express their view and their opinion. You don't know the people, I don't know you. So why are you behaving like this? Get some water and drink. Go ahead, Moses.
You're not drinking your granddaughter little juice again.
No, they lacking the cover everything on
They
you.
like to cover up. They say once an adult, twice a child. So I don't know if you're drinking the juice and turning it around that way. Well, Mr. Toe, let me say this. For someone who's been involved in immigration for many years, I don't know what the direct benefit is to the Republic of Liberia because of, they didn't say sanction. They said the restricting immigrant visa. And that restriction been in place for many, many years. They have reduced immigrant visa. That means when they give you immigrant visa, you come in here with residency. It's not visiting visa. This is not going to bother visiting visa or business visas. Okay? So if you have a relative here who you filed for, that's what they're putting a delay on. Not all the visas are coming from Liberia. And I'm not sure why the foreign minister had to respond to innuendos of people writing and saying all these yama yama things, because Trump is unpredictable and can be predictable. He's unpredictable to know that he never talks anything good, but he's predictable to say he will react to everything. So we're not sure why he's doing it. He's doing it because he wants to make a cluster. He's looking for a particular, he just wants to send a message out there. There's a lot of things going on his plate with Greenland and all of these countries, with Venezuela, now Russia, now Cuba, and all of these things happening at the White House. There are a lot of things going on with it. So by him putting sanctions, one of the things that I was concerned with when I saw it, and then I read the document and said immigrant visa is not going to affect. But yesterday they announced that they're supposed to raise billions of dollars with the World Cup coming here this year. Now, pretty good, tell me, how is that going to happen when you put a restriction on travel into this country? That means people will not leave their country to come here. When you're singling out and targeting these countries, they will not come here to cheer their team. And most likely, there's some country who would say, we're not even sending our team to America to play in the World Cup. If they have the World Cup somewhere else, we'll go there. You know? And those are things they need to be talking about. For the foreign minister to take the time to respond to people like Jefferson Koji there, it's the waste of the administration resources. Those people mean nothing to nobody. And I hope that on this show one day, we can do the show without calling CDC or United Party name on the show and just talk about positive things. And there are a lot of positive things that are going on today in Liberia that we can focus on and try to educate ourselves and educate the general public on, other than something like this. This thing is going to continue. He's going to keep doing these kind of things. We know that this administration, this president is doing things just from the cuffs, from his cuffs. He doesn't think before he does things. And we can say that because, again, this is the freedom of speech. Some of the things going on with all of these raid and ICE out there, most of those things are illegal, what they're doing. And I think those are things, if we come up and talk about it, just to educate our people, I think those are more beneficial to our folks here in the States than the foreign minister coming up, spending our time and having people to go write a letter.
Exactly. And I think that's why in the interest of fairness,
that's my own opinion on this.
right? And I'm going to shift this conversation to a different thing, which I think you're going to get pissed, you're going to get upset.
No,
but
let's get through here to defend him.
Terry, saying him to been tweeting, been sending things out there. He's always out there for information. Mr. Collins, good evening.
Yes, good evening, Mr. So and to Libra and Mr. Sigby.
Yes, sir,
And,
the Reverend.
Yeah, I think Mr. Sigby is supposed to have better information on this particular subject. And for me, I think I want to disagree with him on the issue of Sarah Bester Yanti not responding. I think she did the right thing to respond, and she did what she had to do because Liberia is a polarized country where information dissemination can become a threat if you don't respond to these kind of things. So, I think she did the right thing by responding on time. But the only problem I have is that for people to say that this is not something bad for Liberia, I don't think, in my opinion, that this is a good thing because the diversity visa, I think the diversity visa, is on pause. That is going to be on pause as well. And resident visa is very important for our country. Most of the visas we're talking about with the 3-year extension that she's talking about, how many Liberians gonna get on that visa to come to the US? The only people that are gonna benefit from that visa are lawmakers, people, high-class business people with good money. So the diversity visa and the immigrant visa, that is the visa that the poor, the common Liberian benefit from. Where in America you're trying to send for your relatives and all of that. That is the visa that brings Liberians to the US that help Liberians to remit money back home. That the immigrant visa. And that is what Trump is trying to abolish. And I think that is an issue. And I want to believe that what we're saying here, some of the Louis Brown statement could have been one of the things that instigated this kind of thing, because the position, the proximity of Liberia on, at the non-permanent seat is very key. And those statements it go worldwide. It's not like you speaking and you're just ordinary. And like what Mr. Sigby said, Trump is not a guy who play around with information, with people just speaking randomly or people speaking against his leadership. We already seen what's happening in America to people who speak against his leadership. We've seen the kind of actions he's taking and his position. So, going forward, my recommendation to the government is that they have to be careful because, like you said, Trump is unpredictable. Today, he's one guy. Tomorrow, he could be a completely different person. He could stop everything that he's trying to do for Liberia. Just because you made one statement, you don't have to overlook that. If you think that your government is strong enough, you can overlook anything he says, then you must be prepared to suffer the consequences because he's not going to joke. That's just my opinion. Thank you.
Let me just add something real quick, Mr. So. And Terry, I take your point and I respect it very much. But what you need to understand is that because you see the United States State Department allocates emission ceilings for every country at the beginning of the administration. Every year, there's a number, there's a quota that it plays to country of immigrant visa, non-immigrant visa, which is the B2 visa or the student visa. Okay, so when you look at those things and you break them down, and I will try to do the research tomorrow to see what's the emission ceiling is for the continent of Africa, specifically for the West Coast and for Liberia. I will try to do some research and see if I can come up with that number. But history informed us that when the war was going on in Liberia, and by then the war was going on in Bosnia, Kosovo, and all those places, hundreds of thousands of people from Kosovo, Czechoslovakia, all these countries were coming here. Africa as a continent will allow under 7,000 refugees emission on the emission ceiling. We have the document. And by 1996, during the Clinton administration, they have only allowed 4,000 and change, and about only 35 or 37 visa given to Liberian immigrants to come here as refugees. 35. But we have 80,000 register. 80,000 register refugee on the continent of Africa.
The resettlement program, right?
It included everything. It included the admission city, include the resettlement, the immigrant visa, the DV program that they started, and all of that. Collectively, it was only 7,000 allocated for the continent of Africa, with 80,000, 80 million people, 80 million people, I misspoke, that were classified as refugees on the continent of Africa, living in other countries as refugees. And we fought that. And guess what the compromise was? At the final analysis, when we went and met with them, guess what they did? They increased that number to 25,000. And since then, no one has advocated thereafter. So I believe that number is either 25,000 or over the time they've reduced it.
Okay.
So that's what we're talking about here. So we need to understand, when you talk about the benefit of people coming here, a lot of people now thinking about going back home. Really?
All right.
I agree. That's what the diaspora is doing.
You want to put a lot here, but let me.
So I just want to give you that little insight.
All right. Let me bring in the liberal to give his final argument, as if he was before the judge, to see whether he can be persuasive or it will be in anger to the extent that the judge will hit his hammer and say, you know what, go and come back, we send this case until after recess.
I the case to the jury, the rescue two and myself, we're the jurors.
I don't even trust you too, because I know rescue two, I know what rescue two vote will go to. So you, if Dr. Mali was here, then I say, okay.
My God, then you spoil it now. Dr. Mali, everybody better get out of that. Come here.
I'm about to shift the conversation to something that I think people are starting to discuss, and we have to discuss. That's the essence of this network here. But before we transition to that point, what is your argument here tonight? What are we not understanding? What is the confusion that you think within the public, your audience, for which you are on fire here tonight? 2 minutes, please.
Are you a board time on other 2 minutes person? So
I'm the
board
you're going into your time already.
On a very serious note, Mr. So look, we have to be truthful when we come to these medium. I'm not saying that all of you that make the counter argument are not truthful, but I'm just saying these are your opinion. These are not facts, and therefore we do not take them for anything other than what they are, opinion. Now, we heard earlier this morning, that the government of the United States have now placed Liberia on a visa ban. Just that, without going into detail, without being specific. It's just that countries that were banned, visa ban. That's it. Now you have different categories of visa. It is the responsibility of each country foreign ministry or foreign services to explain to their citizens what exactly is happening, because they have the inside track. So CDC, my point here is this. See, I've been saying this. I am not taking CDC and CDC, I'm not taking them for granted. They are who they are, and I will meet them, whatever area they are, they find themselves to be. I'm not going to disguise them. I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, CDC, they don't mean anything, man. No. If I see it, I will explain. However, when that statement was made, many CDC all day been writing to say the entire country on this government was put on a sanction. Those information were being passed on to Liberians all over. And many Liberians become traumatized, I believe. Many Liberians became confused, I believe. specifically those Liberians that were being affected. However, to show good leadership, this is my excitement, and I'm still excited about that. To show good, and I don't know these people, they don't know me. I don't even want them to know me. That's fine, but I will speak the truth. The foreign ministry, she could have said, you know what? Let the information ministry explain what happening. She didn't do that. The foreign ministry decided to take the bull by the horn, so to speak, to come and explain to the Liberian people what exactly the American government is talking about. And that kinds of information can only come from the foreign service because they have contact with the American government. And in fact, she told us she's still in contact with the American government to give more clarification. And they came out not because of the young CDC unable to govern, failed governing people, people who are unable to do anything for the Liberian people. They were unable to provide leadership in so many cases. And these are failed and irresponsible past government leaders that were writing all kinds of junk. That's not what the foreign minister was responding to. It is her duty, and she fulfilled that duty. Without fear or favor, Mr. Soul, the liberal is on the floor. Without fear or favor.
Minutes.
Mr. Soul, please. Mr. Soul, the liberal is on the floor. Without fear, Mr. Soul, you know when I'm hitting the point and I'm doing good, people love me on the show. Now you want to stop me. That's what you do. But that's not going to deter me. I will speak the truth. Now, when she came out and make that statement, it's to clarify to the Liberian people. Not only that, most importantly, she decided to go into the community of the visa community to say these are what you should be expecting. And in fact, the family visa, for which this is one of the main ones, she told us that was temporary. That's how you provide leadership to your traumatized and your confused community.
Thank you so much.
We never saw in the past 6 years or whatever it is. They come here and talk about that, dance buka all day, and when I'm trying to explain, now you want to kick me off the show.
Thank you so much.
Wow.
You know, this is sad.
Wow.
This is, I don't know where he's going with this thing in 2026. We saw this in 2025. It seems they're going to continue. Again, we're going to close this chapter, but something that I think people are not willing to discuss.
So you truly want to run the show now, even though I was supposed to be running the show. Now you're going to take the show over now.
But you behind time. Ever say I've been running the show?
Okay, all right.
Ever say I took charge. The owner took charge.
Okay.
The owner is back.
Yeah, the good thing about the liberal is that you force him to take his show now.
I temporarily asked you, and I came and say the band is on. But yeah, okay. I think, like I said, and I agree with Terry. The government spoke, be it good or bad. That's how government should be, especially when it comes to such a critical issue. We do not know how we got to this point.
Can I be a little bit one more little ridiculous statement? Just 1 second. One second. Little bit.
Wait for your time.
No, Mr. So I'm trying to connect my point.
Wait for your time, please. I'm not going to do that. This is not Walmart for to do layaway here. I don't kind of
Okay.
So,
same thing you do to me, somebody else will do to you.
Whatever it is, you can go in studio. I think let your we are so. But what I'm saying, Terry, I think it was a good thing the government spoke. That's what we want government to do, and they shouldn't be selective in their speakings. It should be. That's what should be the government. When the citizen, when people are apprehensive, when something is happening, when something unusual is taking place, some official of government needs to come out to speak. Don't speak out today and tomorrow when something going on the other side of the county, and then we gotta pull cable on you to go carry you somewhere to go talk, and then you do stuff and things like that. I wish the way they were so spontaneous, they were being spontaneous with it to the FOIA episode.
There we go.
That's how we want to do. We don't want people to be selective in speaking to specific. Having said that, let's close the chapter. Something I want us to talk about here.
You see, you are being unfair. You are being unfair. the FOIA situation in
I
terms
don't.
of Liberian
Mr.
emotion
Toe,
connection.
Mr.
The
Toe,
FOIA situation was not as bad to the
Mr.
Liberian emotion
Toe,
as this one.
Oh
So you
man.
can't come
Toe,
and try to compare orange and apple. They don't work like that. That doesn't how
Mr.
it. That's
Toe,
not how it works. This FOIA issue was not
let's
Hold
stay
on,
affecting
focused now.
Liberian
hold on.
emotionally.
I'm done with that. You spoke my. I spoke my mind. It is the chapter closed on that. Here, what I want us to talk about, and I'm so much disappointed. I've been out. I've been saying maybe the conversation been going on other outlets. I've been saying that disappointed in our community leadership, disappointed in people that represent us, disappointed in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, national government. However, there's a serious crisis that ongoing at this point in time, which is a big, hard political issue here, the immigration. But in the interim, in good and bad times, your leaders come and lead the way. They speak just what they did today. Since this whole thing, we haven't heard anything. A lot of things going on, and they have the right to check who should be here, who can be here. That's their policy. That's what I said they're going to do. But what is the direction are we getting now from our leaders? Who should call who? Who should say what?
About what?
Telling listen to me. What are they telling their citizens what to do as they go about to do themselves with the ongoing immigration issue, ICE, and all of that? Is a government prerogative to do that. But where is the Union of Liberian Association, the Union of Sacramento Association, the Union of
Dr. Toto in Liberia.
hold on. I'm saying it.
So they
This
can
is
help you.
what you guys do. All these proliferations of these organizations. I reached out to one of our state representatives here. I'm saying this to say, now, time like this is where you show leadership. You come out, you give yes, we understand this is what going on, XYZ, but you as a librarian, if you know you are a librarian, even the Louis Brown, who is the UN ambassador here, what is the memo, what is the press release that they have sent out to communicate with their citizens? If you are stopped, you need to cooperate. You need to do this. You need to do this. Or they just assume they leave their people vulnerable. We're not saying anything. We're not talking anything. Part of the work of this network is to educate, to inform, and if possible for them to come and tell us. It's out of their hand. We know that it's out of our hand. But if you are stopped, what should you do? What should be your response? How should you go about to comply? I think these are things we're supposed to talk about, but not even the EULA, all of these organizations, everybody zip their mouth because it's something that they don't want to talk about. That's very disappointing to me. Terry.
Yeah, I think this is a very fine point, and for us who in Minnesota, we're seeing and feeling the backlash from the ICE and thing, and there are a lot of in fact, businesses are almost like closing down. You go to work, the place is just like ghost town. You know, people are afraid to come outside. These guys are literally breaking down people's doors. Like today, I think yesterday, there was a girl from our workplace, her husband or boyfriend, whatever the guy, he's a Liberian guy. All right. And ICE broke the door, entered into the place, and that was how the guy was arrested. It's all on social media and all of that. And they are not playing in Minnesota. I think they even calling for more ICE guys to come in. But yet we have not seen no communication from the Liberian community, from the Liberia embassy here. We have not gotten any information. I don't see anything from Sarah Bessler Yanti. I think those are some of the things she's supposed to be speaking to. I don't see any word from the president, and there are a lot of Liberians in Minnesota. So I really don't know what's the government position. And I think, Mr. So, you have a very fine point. Besides the visa, freeze, what have the government said since ICE moved into Minnesota with the shooting of that lady, ram sighting, the harassment of a Liberian boy? There was a Liberian boy who was on social media. We
Right.
have not seen no response from the government. I think that there need call for discussion, and I think it's a concern issue too.
And basically, what we are talking about direction. I saw a video. I don't know whether it's AI generation or whatever it is. There was some who also dressed the ICE and arresting ICE because they were not ICE people, but they had the dress in their own
Wow.
stuff and they were getting people. What was the essence of that? Are they trying to, are there some illegal trying to take other legal people documents to do it? So they end up, government end up arresting government. This is where it becomes convoluted and consequential in the sense that it is their right. They need to do it. I mean, every country has to right integrity. But
let me just say this quickly: the guys, they are moving in regular vehicles. Some of them they are not even moving in government vehicles. They're moving just like regular citizens, and they got a mask on their face. So for you to identify them when they get up. It's and they go into schools. Sometimes they go to the school, they wait for parents to come and bring their kids to drop them off, then they follow your vehicle. You see? And those are the things that are happening here. Is becoming very scary, and businesses are almost like shutting down. And it's going to get worse, in my opinion, because they're escalating the numbers. So I don't know. You are right. The government have to say something.
Yeah, so I mean, we're just saying this here, and that's all the big community leaders, all the people that are shouting, talking. This is all supposed to be doing. So travel with your document. How do we identify who is not? Anybody can wear anything. If you go give your document and they take off with that you get yourself into a mess. This is where leadership comes in. And this is something that the liberal now is feeling very uncomfortable introducing this sort of thing here because his guy, they are not saying anything. Beslow not speaking on that one, but Beslow prefers to address Jefferson Koji because Koji says something. So whether you are in or out, where you have your citizen, when something is going on, that's where you give direction. That's where you give hope. That's where you kind of like give a sense of concern as a citizen. Mostly, is there something wrong with doing?
Well, there's a lot of things wrong that have happened that have contributed to where we are today. And that you brought us some excellent point about people speaking out. I don't want to go back to give you a long process, but what I'll respond today is that when you don't see people coming out, especially activism, most of the activists that came here after the war and live here, or during the war to after the war, were looking to go back to Liberia and hold positions.
Can I hold you there, small? I don't want to go back to your liberal progressive stuff here. I'm not interested in listening to that.
No, but I'm just telling
you. Yeah, I'm coming. Let me just do it. If you still tie 8 to 8, that's fine. But I'm saying.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to do. The first thing is that you have an ambassador that was appointed. You talked about Louis Brown being sent to the UN. Wasn't Louis Brown under sanction once upon a time when he was with Charles Dillon?
Yeah.
Okay. So why would somebody like that represent our country to the UN?
Who's saying that?
That's what I'm saying. That's the question I'm asking.
Yeah,
because people don't have control. We don't have control over there. You see, these are things we're quick to forget.
What are you afraid to call you?
No, the administration saying that. But you're asking me a rhetorical question. You know who sent him there?
I don't know.
He was appointed by the administration.
Which administration?
It doesn't matter. But this administration, he couldn't have been done by the. I don't listen. I already made my comment. I already told you.
Administration, he was there, correct?
No, Louis Brown was out of UN.
What I'm George Weah time. He was recorded. He was recorded by George Weah. Remember?
He was recorded from the Ellen's administration.
He was recorded. Yeah, George Weah recorded. Voted against Israel. What I'm saying, we forget. So there is a 10-year of his representation, how chaotic it can be. You remember when he voted against Israel here? That was very offensive.
Okay, all right. I didn't go back to think about that. But a man like that speaking in the tune that he spoke, the opportunity provided him gave him the right to speak the way he spoke. And those are the things that can exacerbate things. But let me fast forward for what you're talking. In my stay here in the United States, I have not seen any time where the ambassador came in and spoke on behalf of the Liberian citizens in the Americas. When I was in leadership back in the day, we always fought with the embassy as to what we were doing, and they saw us as people who were against the government. There were press releases coming from Liberia and saying, we know you and we know you were. So after that, most of the people who came here and became activists with EULA are all in Liberia now in positions. EULA was a stepping stone for people to promote themselves to go take positions in Liberia. And I can say that freely because I have, there are many of them that I can name that are there today. And you think by being activists or by getting in the vanguard, participating in the vanguard of calling for our rights in this country that they take credit for, we advise the president or the minister to say we need to put a statement out on what's happening to our people. Let me let you know something. There was a lady in Massachusetts. As soon as ICE got deployed, immediately when ICE got deployed into Texas, that was one of the first states that they got deployed to. She was coming from the Bahamas on vacation, a Liberian woman who was a citizen, who is a citizen. She got arrested and got locked up for a few days in Texas. She had her U.S. passport. She's back in Massachusetts now. And the people came up and talked and tried to support her. And that's how she got released. And she ended up back in Massachusetts. That should have been a wake-up call for our Liberian communities, our school organizations, to start to navigate, building relationship with our congressional leaders. And those are the things that we don't see happening today. And so that the congressional leaders can start speaking up, even though most of our supporters are in the minority, but we can still go out to them. Gorbachev, right there in Minnesota. I'm a friend. Listen, I feel so bad for what's going on in Minnesota and what's happening. But we don't have the fortitude now to stand up and challenge these things because we don't have the credibility in people who know the history to stand up. They themselves are afraid. When we used to go and campaign for the immigrant, for the green card, there were people who said that the people on on TPS, we're fighting for them, they're not going, so we can't go. If you don't do it for them, who you expect to do it for them? So, and those are the things that that people said. So really, they're not looking at only illegals and people who commit a crime. If you even went down the street and you have a record, of speeding, that's a grounds to arrest you and to say you committed a crime. And they will be on their right to deport you. So not only telling you what's going on, but you got to stay away from some of these activities: drunk driving, speeding, going through red lights, because you can never tell. As soon as you get arrested, you put your name and they put you on a ticket, your record is coming on NCIC. That's the National Database for Crimes Committed. And it's a simple misdemeanor, but you can be held for that. That started since 1996, when it went after legal immigrants. And it took the communities collectively to fight against that. But in this administration, it will be difficult to do that because they control the White House, they control the Senate, and they control the legislature. So our best bet is to deal with the devil now until November, and all of our people who knows that they got voting rights to go out and make sure we stop this thing through our votes. These are the kind of messages we need to send out. We need to start talking about. We need to encourage our partners and our people out there that we need to take over and vote in November to make in a way that we can send a strong message and say no more. We're not going to go through this torture.
Moses, the people when voting can I turn it or go do double. So maybe this time.
But you see, and you just made my point. And that's why we need to start advocating and start telling people.
Question here, where is the leadership? You didn't answer that.
Well, the leadership, I told you, the leadership is in Liberia working there. They all left. They all left.
Okay.
They left, they walked away.
Let me bring in Liberia.
They walked away from these organizations. That's why Mr. Toll will tell you, in the 80s, when we say ULA have respect. They were invited to the White House. They were invited by the Security Council. They were invited to the state. Something like this. The Liberia Community Association, the ULA would have gotten a letter before they make the announcement back in the day, because it was going to affect us too.
Moses is not answering my question.
I'm answering your question. All the leaders did it and they're out of here.
Okay. Let me go to Liberal, maybe Liberal, and then the Liberal can come down, will come to
we're tired now to do these things. This is dear to my heart because I fought for years, 21 years. We fought for the cause of the Liberian people. But other people took the credit for it.
Oh, so you get the credit now, you're tired.
No, it's not about being tired. I'm speaking out now. I'm telling you, that's what this platform is great. That we can come out and speak out and send message out. We need to make sure that people turn out to vote. Don't do no double. In fact, I was going to say, let's go on strike and don't go to work in the healthcare system and see who will take care of their people.
No, we'll not do that. That's part of the incitement here. But it's just a simple thing that I'm pushing through here. Then let me just bring it. Libra, are you here, Papa?
I'm here.
Yeah, so just a simple question I'm asking. We have...
Libra will agree with me.
Every country is being fully represented by their embassy. We have organizations, we have leadership. And again, it's not within their purview. The country has the right to enforce their immigration policy.
Correct.
These attached to security issue, who here, who not here. Now, when these things come, the reason we have this platform, we need to have a genuine, honest conversation. And this is where the leader needs to step in the sense that, yes, when there's a chaos somewhere, somebody got to come to stabilize it, to give hope. Part of that hope is the conversation that you're going to keep and tell the people, yes, we understand this is what going through, but you as our people want you to do this, want you to do that in the event of this coming. But what I'm saying, nothing at all. Nothing. It's part of the media to create this sort of education, and everybody seems to be like the elephant in the room now that people shouldn't talk about it. So is it only just capital building? Somebody do this, somebody do this. I don't think we should limit our conversation. We inform, we educate, and we let people know, and they make choices of their own.
Mr. So, thank you very much. Then I would say this here: you're asking for leadership. This is one area where the rescue train and I part company in just a bit. Uh, when you are in a position to affect changes for many, many, many lives, you have to be sincere. And I think the present government, in terms of its leadership providing process for the Liberian diaspora, I believe has failed miserably. Specifically, when they came out and decided to have a liaison or whatever office you want to call it, and instead of truly going to the grassroots of the diaspora Liberian, they decided to go and have what's his name? And I'm just speculating now. And have what's his name? The former president Kaseli to lead in in picking who's supposedly going to be representing Liberian diaspora. Those are all his friends, and that it was in their interest to seek the true interest for the Liberian, but their interest to seek for themselves how best they can get close to the power to be. Now, the sad thing here for people like me, someone told me once that death is not the end. If I die so that, specifically pointing finger at me, so that you will benefit in the future. These are very troubling times for all of us. You must be able to participate fully. When Moses spoke here, when he and I pretty much were growing up, I would say, after we did our growing like bro King here again, we started growing up together again. But those days, when they say Eula is having a meeting, people will go there and you don't speak out of turns. You are represented by your chapter leader or whatever leader you have.
Correct.
And everyone will have the opportunity to express himself. And when that meeting is over, they have papers that they will represent, that they will present to the whatever issue they're trying to address.
Right.
And you also, a member of that community, will have that paper. They don't do that today. Look at the fiasco they call a meeting they have here in Washington, D.C., whatever area they have it. How you going to have a meeting to affect people's lives when people who you're supposed to represent, many of them cannot even attend your conference? And these are people that we're supposed to take serious. Mr. So the only thing we have, like I said, Liberia, God live in Liberia, Jesus live in Monrovia. That's about it. That's about it. Because without that, we have nothing. We have nothing. And this thing follow us here. Look at what happened in Minnesota. You have the larger Liberian community lives in Minnesota. And look what happened between the ICE agent and the Somalian. What happened between ICE agent and other foreign national? Liberia is being affected, but not in great number because of the blessing of God. Many of if Donald Trump turned the screw on, many Liberians will be affected. Because many of us are still traumatized from the war. And if they bring it, they will try to they would look at the street of Minnesota with our own young brothers and sisters that are always in trouble. Look at the deportees when they go to Liberia, where they come from, majority of them. Most likely coming from Minnesota. Not that the brothers and sisters, they are unable to manage their kids. That's not what I'm saying. But the issue, the mom and father have to work and provide living not only for Liberians here, but also provide living for their brothers and sisters back home. So they have to do double in order for the brothers and sisters back home to eat. In the process, they are not able to fulfill their parental duties sometimes. And they're affecting us. This is where the community leader comes to play. And find out what is happening in the community. Don't wait for the convention, women sleeping with women, all that kind of nonsense they call it convention. Don't wait for those things. Because it's nothing about real convention. It's nothing to discuss the issue about Liberians. They go there and marry Megan, all that kind of nonsense. They come from there. When was the last time you heard any of the organization having a convention? When they come from there, then they have a a convention or some kind of conversation after that. The convention finish, everybody go home, they finish. What kind of life is that? And that's why you have these people, Mr. Soul, lastly, that's why you have these leaders that consider themselves to be leaders. They seek the position in the community, first to be recognized by the Liberian government, and so that will make it easier for them to go home and start their corrupt behavior. Mr. Soul, this 2029 coming, Liberians are learning fast.
I don't want to hear that.
Okay, well, whatever. I will speak
I don't want to hear. I don't want to.
You don't have a choice. You do not have a choice in this matter. What the liberals say, you cannot sanction my voice. I'm the true speaker on this platform here.
We just hope that they're learning.
Terry, we're going to be wrapping up. I'm very, very much disappointed. Again, just as I'm disappointed in our community leaders, our national leaders, people that will look up to us to lead, see the explanation provided by our security analysts and the most liberal progressive. They have been very calculative. They don't want to shift blame, taking off for 19.
Mr. So, you keep saying that. Why you shifting blame? To who?
I say,
Let him speak. Let him must
own.
lead. Let him tell your own.
Okay.
They don't want. They don't
Who
want
is there to be blamed?
They don't want
You
to.
know where you're going. You know where you're going with that one. Let us don't give him room. Go ahead, speak. Speak your mind. We know where you're going with. Let just leave it like that until he can't break it on that. Other than that, let him continue rolling on the banana leaf and see
Terry
how
is
far
the
it
one
goes.
that coming to speak. I am addressing Terry. I'm setting the stage for Terry to speak. I don't know why you guys are getting nervous. Like,
We're not nervous, but you're
are you guys
making
anything? You want to make a confession before I go to Terry?
no, but you're making allegations against us, talking about we don't want to, we stay far away from the blame game. What is the blame game on there? We blame
No.
somebody. We blame our people for what Trump actions is.
You see that? I didn't say I was blaming him. I said the country, the government
No,
has
his
to
actions.
do
So
something.
who we must blame somebody for?
Okay,
For his actions.
let me go to. It's not about action.
Go
He says,
ahead. Go ahead.
see, let me bring it. I'm just only asking that. Yes, we have tons of community-based organization. We have some people who are how you call city council, this and that. Just even a little statement to tell your people in this time we are with you, but we are having this sort of conversation. This is what you need to do when you are confronted. This is how you need to behave. Blah blah. That's just all simple. I'm saying. Even the very
I agree
ministry of
with you.
we are saying.
I agree with you. But we don't have the people to do it because those
Okay.
people are not thinking fast enough like you.
Okay. So and then liberal, is that a saying? Do you believe that as well?
We believe you. I believe you. And I
Speak,
think,
speak for
and
yourself. I want to hear.
I told you that we used to do those things that don't happen anymore. We did it. We didn't wait for people to ask us to do it. We responded.
Liberal, can you unmute yourself, please?
Quite recently, there's a video that is on social media. One of the heavyweight those days, progressive, Dr. Formula, when these young people were asking, "What can you do?" He said, "Look at my age. What can I do now?" I think we have laid the groundwork for you young people to take it over. And
Okay.
I can't. Let me finish my statement.
I'm not here to go to Dr.
I'm
Family.
not here to please you. I'm not here to please you. I'm here to express my view. Please, I'm not here to have kumbaya with you. There's no kumbaya with you myself. Please, we don't even get along anyway. But let me make my point.
Oh,
Yeah, no. The man, I will run here show. He can't and drive me all off of it. That mama can't have kumbaya with him.
Okay, when you
No,
come here,
okay, let me finish.
let me get there.
Let me finish. Let me no, no. Let me okay. I got kumbaya with you. Okay, you must say
You're done.
no, let me finish.
I will come back. You were making your closing
Terry,
argument.
Terry,
I
I
don't
beg you, please help us.
you are mad.
Tomorrow coming.
Yes, and what
Tomorrow
about you?
coming. Walter Carter, if you're listening and watching tonight, you better not show face tomorrow. I will pay because if they're not coming, I will pay my debt on all of your friends tomorrow.
Terry, let's hear it before we go.
Yeah, Mr. So the problem is I expected people from the government to say something like, for example, give
Exactly.
us give us a quote like what you need to do when you come across an ICE agent, how you need to respond, what are your rights, what are your stance, who you are, how to identify yourself, how to engage. You know, we expected those things, but
From the
not none
government
of
of Liberia?
yes, from the government of Liberia or from a representative of the government here, from our embassy.
Ah,
Is it not supposed to be, Mr.
no,
Sigbe? You know better. I don't
no.
know all
The
these
law
things.
is listen. You cannot.
I know you can. You yourself can educate yourself, right?
Yes.
When you're in a foreign country.
Yes.
But what is the position of our government when the situation escalates? Like in this case now, this is not a normal immigration routine like what happened in other countries. This is completely not normal. All right, where in people showing up to your house with masks on. Yeah. So what supposed to be your stance as a government? What do you think about it?
As the ambassador in this country?
Right.
This domestic issue is not concerning to you. They have diplomatic line of demarcation of where you can cross, what you can do. You're here to represent your people and talk about the Liberian issue. You're not here to talk about American issue when it pertains to the law. The federal government is executing, just like the state tell you, just like they tell you. If someone comes to you, the state can tell you that. If the ICE walk in your house and say, we have a warrant, we're looking for someone, you ask them, is that an administrative warrant or it's a judicial warrant? If it's an administrative warrant, you can't enter my house. If it's a judicial warrant, then I need to welcome you in my house, because if I don't do that, I'll be violating the judicial warrant. You see, administrative warrant, you cannot enter somebody's house. You see, and those are things. Right. So when it comes to the ambassador cannot go and say anything against the law of the federal government here. This is federal mandate.
I got it. I understand. That's not what
So advising your people on how to react is interference. Because if somebody reacts the way the ambassador tells them to react, and the federal government here as wrong, as circulating the wrong, there are repercussions to that.
So can I say something? So if that is way in Iran now, right? How did Trump communicated to the American citizens in Iran?
They don't even compare that to what we're going through right now.
No.
Trump knows what he's doing is wrong. No, and that's why the Congress already put a stop to it.
Yeah, there are insurrection in Iran, right? Yep. And the U.S. has responded to her citizens in Iran as to
leave.
What? Yes, through the embassy.
You can do that.
Embassy. But that's what I'm telling you. So the government, our government, is supposed to have some contingency plan for her citizens, telling her citizens in a specific location where you have a brutality going on by another government. Give me a chance now. By another government, it is incumbent upon our government to respond to her embassy here in regards to how citizens should guide themselves to protect themselves. Well, there has to be an official statement.
My brother, let me tell you, we're making a mistake if we try to do that. We're talking about legal issues. Yeah, we're talking about legal. My brother, wait a minute. Yeah, there's an unrest between government and citizens in our country. And what they can do is tell their people, don't get in there. We need you to evacuate. We don't want you to evacuate. But here in America, what's going on is the execution of the law under the law. The best people, you cannot compare
I totally disagree with you on many fronts on this one.
You can do that.
Now, here's the thing. Even during periods of when crises were going on in Liberia, wherein the American government felt that Liberia were unsafe for her citizens, they channeled the message through the consulate or the embassy to tell American citizens that the country is not safe for you. Yeah. And there was no war. Nothing was happening. But just because of the, people death rate, the kind of funny thing going on, banks cannot give money, all the kind of thing. The American channel conversation for the citizens, for the survivability of the citizens, that if you go to certain places,
agree with you.
So it is your responsibility as a government to channel, especially when you know that your citizens have been brutalized on the street. Okay. And that those are being broken down through, like what you said now, somebody entering your house. Even if you say that, if you tell those guys that you don't have a warrant, you go and watch the videos on social media. The lady said you don't have a warrant to enter. I'm coming out. You don't have a warrant to enter my house. The guy said they went in, they apprehended people, the case was there, it's clearly seen. So what is the position of your government? So the government would just say, oh, because the people doing legal things, so we can't say nothing to our citizens, we just let everything happen, even if they kill them, it's okay.
No, you cannot go against a seated you as an outside entity, a sovereign government executing their law. Okay, you cannot go and tell the people, if you want them to evacuate, you tell them they can evacuate. This is not a crisis that have created. This is from the federal government.
You listening to Mr. Sigmund, right?
No, but you see, you're not listening. You're not letting me to tell you what the law means. You're not letting me to tell you, really.
Okay, let me finish my time. Then let me finish my time. Then you Mr. What I want to rest.
We don't want to send the wrong messages out, my brother. We don't want to. That's why the state government. You see, let me just say something. Let me just say something real quick, and I will stop. You see, the governor of Minnesota, the mayor of the city, the governors of Minnesota, the police chief, they're challenging ICE. They are there to protect all citizens, and that's their duty. That's their duty. They see something going on and they give it direction to people. You, as a foreign entity, cannot interfere into that.
But that is not interference to give guidance to your citizens for protection, because you, like you just said,
the government here.
No, listen, Mr. Sigmund, you are not interfering into the laws of the state when you, like you just said, the Minnesota governor is responsible to protect all citizens. But guess what? Not everybody in Minnesota are citizens of America.
So
there are other people who are here that are citizens of other countries. So you're saying that even if you're in a country wherein the laws are not covering you and you're not a citizen of that country, you're in a country not supposed to say anything. They're supposed to allow.
Almost a time. So Moses, let me ask you. If, for example, let's use that.
I don't agree with that, Mr.
As a case study.
You don't need to agree.
If we have, I believe we have someone either council member or whatever it is, and very crystal clear here. It's a federal mandate. When you see ICE coming, they being out there is a judicial mandate. That's why even when they are operating, local state can't even interfere with that. That is clear cut. What I'm saying, will it be interfering? Even if the community leaders monitor you here in Minnesota, Liberian, monitor radio station, monitor local channel, and listen to local leaders for some sort of direction, do you see that as an interfering?
No, it's not an interference. I'm talking about other sovereign countries, other sovereign nation. The government of Liberia coming to take the government of Liberia doing that. People living here can do it. That's what we did. We did that.
And that's what we are saying.
Back in the day. No, but he's saying that the government of Liberia need to write a statement and tell and advise people here. That is unheard of. They can't do it. No other country is doing it.
But
no other country can do it.
Okay.
So you can't.
You can't do that. But we can do it. You myself, when you go to your pulpit, when you go preach, you can do that.
So how did America do that for citizens, for the citizens around the world? How do they do that?
Would they ask them to evacuate when they know it's imminent danger?
But is that not the same thing? Is that not?
No, it's not the same thing.
So our government can tell the Liberian people, say, oh yeah, you know, if
they want them to evacuate, they can do that.
Not want to evacuate, but to advise the citizens to follow the law. To follow the law.
But they're following the law.
What do you mean by
law? What law?
So anyway, I really don't understand.
The government cannot interpret the law of the United States.
But that is not interpreting the law.
Terry,
to advise your people, you call it interpreting law?
No, but you say they should follow the law. They already know to follow the law.
No, it is the responsibility of your country government to respond when your citizens are
in another country, my brother.
Yes,
not in foreign country. That's what they call it, sovereignty.
So that's why I ask you the question: how does America do that when they tell the citizens, say, "Look, this country is not safe
Because
for
they
you"?
go there because they have a system. When you go to Liberia, you here, if you're American citizen and you go to Liberia, you announce yourself. Don't you do that? Don't you fill up that form on the internet to say, I'm a U.S. citizen, I'm in Liberia? So that when something happens and they say all American citizens are being evacuated, you will report there?
But why should they tell you that?
All right.
If they're not supposed to
It's
interfere
a
in the laws of other
system,
countries.
my brother.
The protection they have citizens, and that's
Liberia,
why
Liberia got way to evacuate people? Come on now. Terry. You're not misinformed the people are bacon. The sovereignty,
No,
the Liberian government
matter.
cannot say nothing to America. They can't say nothing. You see the other day, and we were talking about this thing. They were talking about sending the guy who they arrested with ICE. You are going to be admitted to Liberia, and we sat on the same show. Go back, and I told you the law would not permit this guy to go. Where is he? Is he in Liberia? Everybody was excited. Oh, the man going to Liberia. Where did he go?
Yeah,
He ran here in Philadelphia. They released him.
Hello,
He can't go to Liberia.
Hello.
Yes,
What I
sir.
said here, let us not send mixed signal to the audience.
Right.
That's not clear.
You
I
misunderstand
said,
me.
where is our community leaders? That's
There
what
you go. That's what I agree with you. Where are our community leaders to step up?
Leaders
Yes.
for set the direction.
Yes,
That's it. Anyway,
absolutely.
let's leave it at
I agree with that.
That's our core issue. The only thing we can say, we can tell our citizens, we can talk to people. This is something that you can control.
Exactly.
It's a strict federal mandate.
Yes.
But all what we want, the rightful people should ask us. We don't know who is who. Anybody can impersonate. I mean,
Correct.
that is the problem. It is dangerous to have illegal. Immigration issue is a very, very forceful issue. It's a very political issue in this country. And so if you know you have any issue, you should be. We are just saying that when we have these sort of occurrences, our community leaders must be the one to lead the way, directions, make a plain statement. We understand what's going on. Stay calm, be with you, be what you need to do. And anybody you recognize as an officer to ask you, you need to properly identify yourself.
Yeah.
That's
Mr.
all.
Stone, let me just say this real quick.
Issue,
Then
but
I won't say nothing else. Let me just say this last thing. Back in the day, we used to collaborate. We were able to form an organization called the Coalition for Immigrants and Refugees. Liberians leadership were in there. The Latino leadership were in there. Mexican, when we talk about Latino, they put them in all categories, but we have Mexican represented, Dominican, Puerto Rican. No, let me tell you something. So, you see all these demonstrations, all these the leaders will participate. You see, and that's what leadership does. So we do it collectively. And then we share information to our people on how to address some of these issues. So that's what our leadership needs to do. Community leadership. When people come, give them that little thing. Say if they come, ask them for administrative warrant or judicial warrants. These are the information we need to share with our people.
So why do people from UN and international or conspirators or countries
we gotta close out
to other countries that carry on such action on other people? Why do
we gotta close out? We gotta close out to go 1 minute. But what I can say, you see, there are certain conversations when it comes to the elephant and leopard can fall is it. You see your man here tonight. All the time after you told it one, he wants
Liberal is not going
let me do my 1 minute and close.
Yeah, strictly 1 minute.
Strictly 1 minute. I'm not going to go over 1 minute. Seriously, and I hear what you're saying, Mr. So, and I am very bothered by that. And we lack the leadership in our communities these days to advocate for people from the bottom of their hearts. They're not doing it, open it, and we sit down, all the college, all the schools, organizations in Liberia talking about raising money, having convention, they're building their school individually, and this and that. These are issues because they live here and what have you. We had this problem when we filed the paper to give all Liberians green cards. There were a lot of people who sat by and said, "Oh, put in the fighting on the winning battle." The first time we announced that, people thought we have 50 heads until the bill was introduced, and that we went to Washington for 2 rallies. The third rally, there were over 30,000 people that show up because they knew we had made a move. So people want to identify with things that they see already happening. They will not take the initiative. And that's what we lack in leadership today. Leadership, we don't have it today as we used to have in the past because all the old heads are sick and tired of getting old. And Mr. Toad and all the people, they don't want to have to fight the battle all over. And so basically that's what it is. And most of our kids are American citizens. And because they got the tone of voice and they're doing that, they know their thing, they're not being harassed. The kids, it's people with their accent. They see you walking and they just go and talk to you and they arrest you and all that stuff like that. So leadership needs to rise up and we need to begin collaborating with other community-based organizations so that we can join them in speaking out that this is totally unfair to our people.
Joy, they met all sham my get out on joy we are. You put in the mud, only joy we are able when I CDC. Forget it. They see
you prepare for CDC tomorrow. That why you're on the computer looking for.
Yeah. Joy in a did way say, wow, my papa is so quiet for. I bet the man to say anything. I gave 10 minutes when he was say anything. You will not tell nothing. You just gonna say, but as soon as you say we are just a Baka Jana, oh, the Baka boy hit boss. Tell me that, yeah, you.
Yes, so Mr. So I totally disagree with my papa, Mr. Sigby. I know he's brilliant and he says a lot of good things, but on this one, I totally disagree. There are international laws that protects human rights against any kind of form of inhumane treatment and violation. And when that happens, your country government supposed to respond for your safety. In fact, they're supposed to be the first person to respond, not organization, not other thing. And they can respond in many ways. They can respond to diplomatic advocacy. They can talk to the government. They can protest politically. They can do a lot of things. And that is what I'm reading here. I don't have time to read all that. But what I'm saying is that is the reason why even international or countries internationally can speak publicly and say this action you carry on were in violation to international law, were in violation to human rights and all. Even America can come to Liberia and say, hey, look at what you're doing to so and so people. They put sanction on your country for violation of human rights, even though you have laws in your state. But they can override and come and tell you, say you violating. Look at what they did to Venezuela. So, you know, there are so many ways. It's not possible for you to tell me that if your citizens are going through some kind of a immune treatment, you know, that violates the rights of human rights in a country, and because that country is great, your government not supposed to speak. You just supposed to remain quiet, put your tail in your butt like a short-tailed dog, put your tail in your butt, and then let the people advocate and all of that. I think that is not what.
I think I clearly called a few out here. Lebron, do you have anything to say or are you good?
Good night, Mr. So. It's been a wonderful show.
Oh my goodness. Mr.
You really messed Mr. Toad day up. But that's okay. His day coming tomorrow, he preparing for it.
Well, you know that what happened.
When the
leopard is not in the town, then all the meow, then all they scatter all around trying to take things that belongs to them. But anyway, guys, I want to thank you so much. Labor again, look, Terry, look, we said this here. People can think about it. people got to step out. The day told can't make it, I can't do it, whatever it is, because of different reasons. I can run it from the background. We got to keep this going. And this is why everybody have an equal right here. The only person that always try to assert authority here is the liberal progressive. But the saying that saying no bad boy for a child. So we know him for that. These are temporary things. He doesn't do it with the hope of sticking there. The woman likes to get attention. So he enjoys doing that. So we are okay with it. But we just want everybody to be there. Hopefully,
Mr. Toe, on that note, let me just say this, Mr. So, and Mr. Toe is here. I kind of proposed to you the other day that maybe once bi-weekly we can do something strictly on law and order, and I don't mind moderating that if we can put the topics out and have people come in and just ask questions and put their inputs. I mean, we should entertain more of the calling for that and see how we can start looking at law and order and security in Liberia. So I don't mind doing that at all.
Okay. Set the format, set the stage.
We can send the notices out. We're going to be doing this and this on this day on law and order and security, and inviting people. You will have the opportunity to call in, and we can entertain more questions and questions that we can answer. We can do research.
Do you have Chinese? You get Chinese phone too?
No, I have an iPhone.
No, I say you're going to have a Chinese phone that will pick certain call and not pick certain call. That's what I'm asking.
No, I'm not gonna do that. All the calls are coming in. Okay. No, I'm not gonna censor calls. I mean, these people, I don't know what they're gonna do.
There are people who on this network, this is so.
But you don't. You see, the thing about it, when you open it up like that for those kind of discussions, you cannot sanction calls because you don't know what the person is gonna say, and you want to gather as much information. And we can use that as data collection.
Calls here, and you never frown against that.
Me? I always ask the question, why the people who call are the same people every day calling?
Oh, so that's a justification?
No, I ask the question sometimes. I've asked the question a few times.
You see,
what I want to moderate.
Thank you so much. See you tomorrow. But Liberal, I appreciate you sitting.
But Liberal, you didn't respond to that. I mean, that's the idea. That's the proposal to both of you.
He play here now. He taking half a day to bring so you can't tomorrow. Tomorrow the country there, so they play here right now. You're not gonna get anything like. But Liberal, thank you so much for filling in for us and keeping the spirit going.
After a certain time, Liberal can get tired talking. So after a certain time.
Now rescue 2.
Can't get tired tablet either. Take it easy.
Rescue 3, go to sleep already. He called today. Rescue
3, don't call plenty when Mr. So in charge. Rescue 3, we know our people. We know.
Like tomorrow, can't tomorrow you see Rescue 3. Don't mind that. They just that way that tomorrow they will unleash. Don't mind it.
Mr. So posting in my papa Gary tonight. Labor came with a specific plan. But he just jumped in. And Mr. So no labor when labor take a certain line. I said, but I was still forced to come because they call him. Labor was taking a line. You know?
I know.
Tabata,
There's another call going around. I must say, I had a call for the last few days.
I don't know quiet. I can't sing a song with somebody here, please. All right, guys. You'll have a pleasant.
Well, thank you, Terry. We gotta have that conversation offline.
All right. Yeah. All
right.
Okay, folks, that does it. Kind of been battling with this cold flu or whatever you're gonna call it, but just try to put life in myself this evening. I want to thank all of you for your time sharing with us here. Some of the things we talk, you like it, some you don't. But that's the essence of the conversation. That's what we continue to do here. Until then, have a pleasant evening, beautiful weekend as well. Do anything possibly you can as a rational human being. Stay out of trouble. This is not a time for anything now. Be a peaceful citizen. Exhibit tolerance when you approach. Answer the questions that you can answer. Use good judgment in your actions and all of that. And just avoid situation. I mean, there are some just unavoidable, but when it comes, put on a human cap and deal with it as it is for the good of yourself and to sustain your life. That's all what we can say. We just feel that at this sort of time, we must be a support to one another. Do anything possibly you can, and I just do the right thing. You know, sometimes it just hard. At this point, it's off our hands. It doesn't matter. Anybody can be approached. We have seen a lot of videos, but sometimes your response, your temperament, your posture, and all of that, it hard to rule out, but it can you can get over it. There are some other questions you see, some other video you see too, how ridiculous other people to behave. They ask you a question, you turn around, you ask them. I know we talk about human right, this right, but there's a provision. These people are running on a strictly court order. When the federal is around, the federal supersede every other thing. So when they are around, they are there to execute. They are there for enforcement. They're not there to make peace. It's not like the ordinary police person that want to come, how you saw this and that, and you're causing it. No, that's not it. So when you are dealing with fair, you are dealing with different group of people. They are there strictly for enforcement, execute the mandate given to them. That you need to understand. But they do have good ones. They want to use their good judgment, how you reciprocate if you were approached, if you were asked. When you want to be hostile, you're going to feel the pain. That I can tell you. So they ask you, submit to question, answer what you can answer, provide what you can provide. As long as you identify they are the people that are asking you, that's all it is. So what we were saying was, in time like this, all of these millions of librarians organizations, somebody can just easily do a sentence. We are with you as our people, our community. This is what you need to do. And this should have been the essence of the Librarian Diaspora Conference. These are things that have been talking here. So people came, and this is the same thing we're talking about. Not in the same sort of context, but when they had a nice fun, drink beer, wine to Washington, in Washington, and that was it. Some of the burning issues. We have organizations here, people are members, and they do not have no social services aspect. They were not even helping their people to do paperwork. All we do is everybody for their own. We just meet, and when something happens, all the only thing you get, amen. That's it. When we can do it, there are some people who were struggling, finding it difficult to process and everything. Now everything is on hold. So even those that pass through, they have the right to revisit that. So being together as a community, it involves a lot. And that's what we should be doing, to be one another's keeper. When your house is on fire, I must be concerned. Don't show it to them, just say, oh, guess what? And take telephone and start calling Liberia. This is what happening to this person in that sort of stereotyping form. And that's exactly what we are. So we do not manage crisis. We are not good at that, so we must avoid it. So all we can say to our people, our followers, our listeners, be yourself, traveling, make sure you have all what it takes. Sometimes you will get it. Sometimes you will feel the pain. You will not feel the pain. Nobody knows what is it. We are in an uncertainty war. So, I mean, anything, it is what it is. We just thought that we have this sort of conversation that people are trying to avoid as a way to kind of like educate, inform, and tell our people. And that is very, 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 very vital. For those of you who temper more than a cotton tree, People asking you by right. I don't know which one it is. Right now, by not get no right. Yes. You can be a citizen. I mean, they have the right. They can revoke your license. They can revoke your status. Nothing can come from out of it. Before you get to know you are James Springfield or RIA. That's not what you want. There's no way that you can even take a lawsuit against the federal. It's not local state. So first of all, take that one. The BU, the flocky, you feel pain, go take Tylenol, take ibuprofen, heavy dose pain medication. Like there's no way that. So avoid it, stay away with it. That's the best option. There's no way, no lawsuit can go anywhere. No lawsuit. The court that asked them to go execute, the court cannot convict them. Simple, common sense. That's it. It's not a local state police or state police say you're going to take it. This is a federal court mandate that is being executed. So that you need to know. Until then, folks, we say thank you so much for being part of our company. We pray that everything goes well, you keep safe, and let's just hope for the best. Have a pleasant evening, and I will see you again. Bye-bye.